Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Yes, I am back. Like I said, I would be, I'm here to recap the first two countries that we went to on our Europe trip. As you probably saw last time on my channel, I uploaded a video about all the souvenirs I got on our trip. So a little backstory about our trip. We kind of decided to go to Europe on, not like a whim. We kind of wanted to go to Europe for, the summer, the last couple years, but we never really had like the time to plan it, the money to pay for it, and just, the time to go. Before I started being a teacher, I was still working in the summers, and we were kind of like all in between jobs because we were finishing school, and you know how it is. So we were trying to do that, and so now we had the time and we had the money. We both worked our first full year in our big boy, big girl jobs. And when I say we, I mean me and Alex. I'll put his little face right here. We had our first year working, and so we were like, let's just go, let's plan it. And so I probably planned this for, I'm not even kidding you, like 6 or 7 months. I'm not even joking. I had to, originally we were gonna go to way more countries. We were gonna probably do 4 to 5 weeks, but then we kind of were like, that's a lot, that's a little overwhelming. So then we ended up kind of narrowing it down to about three weeks to about 7 countries. I would say, as someone who's done the experience now, definitely what helped me is that I kind of went and looked at travel websites, I think it's like EF Ultimate Break, Intrepid, those kind of websites they kind of do these kind of trips. I kind of looked at where they were going, what kind of route they were going, and seeing how if it would be easier for me to plan it. We kind of just we also loved watching Amazing Race. We are an Amazing Race family. We love it so much. We have a dream to go on Amazing Race one day. I'm calling it right now. One day, hopefully it'll happen. Will we win? Hopefully. But so we also kind of looked at, when we were watching Amazing Race, we were like, oh, that country looks really cool. That country looks not so much. That country looks beautiful, blah, 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 right? And so through just kind of TikToks, YouTube, Amazing Race, we kind of decided what countries, and also EF Ultimate Break and Intrepid and places like that, we kind of were able to narrow down what countries we really, really wanted to go to for our first time. And so that's how we did the countries part. Then, planning flights was a beast because we've never flown that. I've never flown longer than 3 hours, and his longest flight has been from here to Hawaii. And so it was a bit stressful. I had so much anxiety before going on this flight, and I'm gonna can't lie to you. So what we ended up doing, I think there are a few different ways you can travel out of the country, obviously, but we ended up flying Iceland Air because we felt like that was the best bang for our buck, and also it was the easiest kind of route to get there. And so we ended up doing so we live in Denver, so we did Denver to Iceland and Iceland to London, and that, I want to say, I have to put it on the screen, was I think 14 hours, 12 hours, around there. I think it was a shorter time coming back from when we left from Paris. We didn't do a round trip. We kind of decided we want to start in London because everyone speaks English there. It'd be the easiest place to kind of jump into for an out-of-country travel. I would highly recommend that, is that if you're going out of the country for the first time, you could just jump in the deep end and go to a place that not everyone speaks English there. It was fine. We did it. It was fine. But I would say also kind of do what we did and go about it and find places that their first language is English, because it can be overwhelming to go to a new country and try to figure out hotels or street signs or whatever, right? And not have the way to easily communicate. So I would start there, and then we ended up flying out of Paris, right? So we did Iceland Air, and we ended up doing business class. Yes. We ended up doing business class, just because we were just kind of this is an experience so that we'll only ever go out of the country first for the first, I don't know how to word it, but we will only ever go out of the country for the first time one time. Just let's do it however we could do it. We spent a lot of money on this trip. We did not, if you saw my souvenir haul, you would know that we spent a lot of money. And we didn't do this in a way that was budgeting, because I feel vacations truly this may be a controversial opinion, but I don't think you should have to budget on a vacation. I think that you should be able to go however much you have and go have a great time. I think that budgeting is for your everyday life. And I feel like we budget all the time with things that we do, with bills or groceries or entertaining, whatever, right? I think when you go on vacation, you should be able to splurge. And that may be my controversial opinion. We live in Denver, so we flew out of DIA, which if you're not from Denver, it's one of the biggest, like, airports, I think, in the country. It is the one people know a lot because it has, like, the little blue demon horse outside of it. That's our airline. We obviously, checked to see if our gate was there. It was there, right? And then one thing I shall say, that when we were leaving, right, we only had 3 bags, right? We each got a travel backpack. So mine, this is the one that I flew out of the country with. I got this one. It's so nice. I'm gonna link this below because I think this is a great travel backpack. We each got a travel backpack for Christmas from Alex's parents. Thank you, Lisa and Byron. And we got them, yeah. And so I got this one. He got more of like a hiking style backpack. I got this one because we still have like the tags on and everything. This one was so nice. So it comes with like pockets in the front. So I have this pocket, I have this pocket here, which has more pockets in it. Then it has like a hole inside that has this strap so you can clip things in to fit more things. It has 2 layers in here, which I need to clean this out because this still has swimsuits on here that I didn't wear. And then it has this pocket back here, and then it has another pocket up there. So this was a great backpack. Like, I literally had no complaints about this backpack. It was great. I'll link it down below. My mom, ironically, has the same one, but hers is, I think, is in black, or I think hers is black and white. We didn't check anything when we got there. We had that backpack, and then we had this backpack. This was like our everyday backpack. If you're flying out of the country, I would highly recommend this one. I'll link this one down below too. As you can tell, it needs to be cleaned out because there's still things in there that we took with us. But this backpack was so nice because it's like it has like a real pocket here, but like if someone's gonna try to pickpocket you, they're gonna go for like an easy access, right? This one and this one is not easy because this is pressed up against your back, right? So we had all of our main things here. We maybe had like our sunglasses on the side. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Our gate was on the farthest end of this concourse, right? Then we had to trek all the way to the farthest end to get to the United Lounge, right? And we probably wouldn't have gone, but when you have access to the United Lounge, you have like free buffet food, free alcohol. It's like a free hangout spot. You're flying, I don't know about other airlines, but if you're flying business class with Iceland Air, they will, like, at your check-in, when you're giving them your passport and your ETA and maybe your bags, they'll give you like a little slip that's like, you're cordially invited to the United Lounge by Iceland Air or whatever, right? So then we just give them that, and then you can go and hang out. We were there for like a couple hours, ate some food. The food was okay. It was very like, it was buffet food, It's free food at the airport, so you can't really complain about that. We got onto the airplane. It was really nice because, like, we got there, and because I guess it was so booked up, they were like, we need some people to take their, to check their bags. So we ended up just checking our backpacks anyways, because we were like, why not? And honestly, that was the best decision. When we flew back, we just checked everything, because we were like, we're gonna carry this around. Like, why choose to carry around backpacks when we can just check them for free? We got to board first. It was so cool. We were like, like, it was just such a cool experience. We were in these big seats. They were nice. They probably had much space, because airline seats or airplane seats are so, but this one was not. This one was like, it was probably as big as like the chair I'm in, and I'm like able to sit like this and like stretch out like this, right? So like those chairs, perfect, right? It's definitely an intro business class seat. If you're thinking of like movie business class, first class seats, it's not like that at all. But we still got great experience. When you also fly business class, we got a meal on each flight. The first, I mean, again, it's airplane food, so it was okay. It wasn't the best thing. I don't remember what we even got, but I'll put pictures somewhere on the screen of what we got for our first meal. You get unlimited alcohol, and you get like free like little snacks. They give you like a nice pillow, a thick blanket, and headphones to use in your flight. And then you also get like a little toiletry bag. I actually don't know where mine is. I have to find it because I don't know where mine is actually. We did that. Now, sorry, that was like a long spiel about the whole plan and the whole behind the scenes, right? So we ended up getting to London. The minute you get off the train, off the train, is like, it's just insane. Like, it's so cool to see like just like the difference in like architecture and the lives they live, and like how like you'll see like a Forever 21, but it's not in like this like weird modern building. It's in like an old fashioned building. It was just so cool how like when you're in Europe, it's like you can really tell there's so much history ingrained in every step. Like you can go there and imagine that people 200 years ago, right, were walking in like these big poofy dresses, or were like walking in Victorian times or whatever, right? Like it just felt so like you're taking it back big. So we got to Airbnb, right? We literally went, changed. We were like sweaty and gross from like the train and the flight, whatever. So we changed, and then we went to our boat tour. It was such a nice day. This is like the nicest day we had for the majority of like our first few countries. Like it was warm, it was gorgeous, it was perfect. And then there was this little shop that had like chocolate covered strawberries, bananas. That was like so good. We hadn't eaten anything since we got off the plane, got off the plane like 3 hours before, so we were starving. So we literally just sat there and we ate that chocolate covered strawberry banana in silence, dude. Like we were just kind of like, and we just were pass it back and forth. We went to the souvenir shop. You know, this is what started our love of souvenirs, because we went to this place and we were like, I want that, I want that, I want that. And so then we had dinner, and then we went to dinner at, I can't remember what it was, but I got fish and chips. Alex got, I think, steak, and he said that was like the best steak he had the entire trip because it was perfectly cooked. And one thing I do notice that is interesting is that when you're going to Europe, the restaurant and dining culture is so different than the US, right? They expect you to sit there for hours. Like they're like not in any rush to get you out of the building at all. Every place we went, right, they take your whole order at once. Like, so you're ordering your drinks, your appetizers, your meal, everything at once, right? The next day, it was raining and cold. We had to literally buy umbrellas when we were there because we didn't go with an umbrella like an idiot. And my mom, literally before we left, was like, you guys probably should get some compact umbrellas. We're like, no, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be sunny. It's gonna be great. No, we needed an umbrella the entire, like, first 4 countries we were at. Right. We also went to this place called Pret. Pret is like the Starbucks there, right? Starbucks is not popping like that like it is in the US, right? What'd you get?
I got it's like a ham, bacon, sausage, cheese sandwich.
Okay. Take a bite. Let's see. Good?
Good.
like the only time we saw Starbucks was like in the train station. So if it's not in the train station, you're not seeing a Starbucks. You're seeing a Pret. Or like local cafes everywhere, which was great because I'm tired of seeing a Starbucks every 10 seconds. We went on a walking tour. We love a good walking tour. We probably went on a walking tour, I think, every place we went to except for Paris and no, I think, yeah, Paris was the only place we didn't do a walking tour. Every other place we did a walking tour. I would highly, even if you're like, hey, I've been there, or you're planning all these things, whatever, do a walking tour because you're being taught things by local. We went on a walking tour, we saw Big Ben, the Buckingham Palace, we saw the King. That was so cool. We literally were just standing outside the Buckingham Palace and people started cheering and we're like, what's going on? And Dan's like, I hope that's his name. It's like Dan or Andy, I forget. I'm gonna call him Dan, but if it's not Dan, I apologize. Dan was like, oh, it's the King. He's passing right there. And he's just rolling by, waving, and we're like, oh my gosh. I was like, and then, yeah, and so we saw the King's guard, so we saw the horses, and everyone was super respectful of the horse and, like, the guard. They had, like, literally, like, I might be able to see in the picture, like this square box where it's, like, do not step inside if they were yell at you. But no, the horses were so cool. We saw the changing of the guards, which was so, so cool. And we went to St. James Square, we saw the Green Park, and we saw, like, townhouses that, like, old, like, aristocrats, I guess you would say, and, like, high up people used to stay in. And then we ended up, after the tour, we got lunch at this other place. It was called, I have evidence of this place, La Dolce Vita. So good. It's this cute, like, kind of like tea, like, I think you can have afternoon tea there. It was so, so cute there. We had some delicious desserts there, and the food was great. I got, like, ravioli, macaroons, and cake to share. It was so good. Oh yeah, then we walked around, and we ended up going to that, like, music vinyl movie shop, HMV shop, this place. HMV shop. And the next day, we traveled to, we went to St. Pancras station, and we had a little breakfast there at this cute, like, little French style place, which was really good.
It's a lot different than Harry Potter.
What?
It's a lot different than Harry Potter.
Yeah. Look at that clock over there.
I don't know why I didn't see that.
And then we traveled from there to Brussels. I will say that Brussels, once we got off the train, not a good vibe. Like, we literally got off the train station, or out, like, we walked and took a right out of the train station, and we saw some guy peeing on the road, on the side of the road. We saw an active exchange of medicinal products, and that was so scary. We literally were walking to our Airbnb, because our Airbnb was like 20 minutes away, and it was like, we'll just walk. It was fine. We were just walking, and we see that, and we're like, And at this point, too, it's like, we just came from London, which we had not seen anything like that, right? And then we were like, okay. So then we got to Airbnb. But then after that, we got to Airbnb, and then we kind of walked to the Grand Place, and that was gorgeous. Then we saw some chocolate shops. Belgian chocolate is like the best thing I ever tasted in my life. I can't lie. And if there's a way I can like get it shipped here, I'm gonna have to do that. Waffles, got some more souvenirs, and then we went to dinner at this like authentic Belgian place. And we saw a cat, which is so cool. It was this like chunky cat just walked into the door, and we were all like freaking out about it, trying to take pictures of it. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. The next day we did a walking tour again. You're gonna hear a lot of the walking tours. Yes. We went to the Royal Gallery, which is really cool. We got some chocolate. We actually went to the place that apparently is like it's like the royal family wants chocolate. They get it ordered specially from there, which is really cool. And then we got waffles. We learned the difference between a Liege waffle and a Brussels waffle. Liege waffles are superior waffles.
Cheers. For you, please. Why is this little boy on a lot of the waffle shops? He's the son of.
So the Liege waffle is like a waffle that has like syrup made into it, so that it doesn't really need toppings. It's already sweet because it already has kind of like the crystallized syrup in it. And then a Brussels waffle, or like the big rectangle waffles that have all like the fun toppings, those are good too. But the Liege waffles are just superior, truly. We went to St. Michael's Cathedral, which is it was gorgeous. Then we saw Mannequin Piss, which is, if you don't know, Mannequin Piss is this little statue boy who there's like lore around him, but they're not really sure what the truth is about him. There's like different, I think I have a picture, there's like different outfits he wears for like different holidays and things like that. But no, it was great. And then we went to the Illusion Museum after that. Got pizza and went back to the Airbnb, and then that was it. And the next day was probably our favorite day in Belgium as a whole. We did a day trip. This was like a bus trip to Ghent and Bruges. So this one was different. All of our walking tours, we got off of Airbnb experiences, which is great. Airbnb experiences are superior. It's one of the best things ever invented. But this one we got off of, I want to say it was like Viator or Tours and Tickets. One of those like other excursion kind of websites. But it was fun. This one was a whole bus. It was one lady. She spoke French and English. We got time to kind of explore Bruges and Ghent by ourselves. We went to Ghent first. Ghent is gorgeous. Like, it's a very small town vibes. And then we got on the bus and went to Bruges. Bruges is gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous place, right? We walked through this place. It was a convent or like a nunnery. It used to just be like a village of women, which is really cool. You can do like a spiritual retreat there and had lunch there. At this place that was run by these like two like blonde, buff, like Belgian women, and they were so intimidating, but the food was really unctuous. And then we tried Trappist beer. Apparently Trappist beer is really, really good, like, because it has, it's brewed a different way that makes it like really, really high alcohol content. So it's like a 9 point something, I think it's like a 9.2, 9.5, whatever % alcohol content in a beer. And do we like beer? No. Was it good? No. But it's because we don't like beer. If you like beer, you probably think it's good. And then, one thing I was surprised about, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom before we leave, and I walk in, and there's a guy in there. And I did not know this was a unisex bathroom. I did not know this was a free-for-all bathroom, right? Like, because unisex bathrooms are not very common, like, in the U.S. They might be very common in, like, cities, but, like, in the suburbs of Colorado, no. You're not seeing that very often. And so I just was surprised. Like, no, I didn't care. It just caught me off guard. I was like, please don't let me see his little thing. That was so scary. And then we got back on our bus, went to go get our things, and then we got on our train, and we traveled to Amsterdam. And that's what I'm going to leave you for today. You have to watch the next one and hear what happened in Amsterdam, which, newsflash, my favorite place. Thanks for watching. This is a long video, and it's going to take me forever to, edit, because I gotta put like little pictures and things like that into it. So please like and comment and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Yeah. Bye.